Welcome to my new segment on my channel called Ask Georgie. Today I'm repping my CUNY shirt. I was a past CUNY employee and a CUNY student. Go Baruch! Every Friday I'll be posting a video of me answering questions that I've been asked. Sometimes there will be multiple questions, sometimes I'll just be answering one. This week I got a question from Jason in my Facebook group, the Less Dreaming More Doing group. So he asks, how do you make a choice when you have multiple options? How do you decide, right? This question is all about decision making. And he said, do you pursue both options? What are the pros and cons of pursuing both? This question really hit home because earlier this week I read the book The Defining Decade by Meg J, and it talks all about when you're in your 20s and what do? Do you pursue work? Do you pursue family life? What do? What decisions do you make? Are you too young to make certain decisions? Are you too old to keep playing around with certain decisions? So that was a big topic in the book. And she talks about when a client came into her office and he was like really lost. He was saying that he felt as though he was in the middle of the ocean and there were so many ways to go and he didn't want to take a certain way because he didn't know where he would end up by taking that way. And he was just really confused and consumed and overwhelmed with his life. And what I got from that and what she was saying is that, you have to make a choice. You have to just start going in one direction. If that's unsuccessful, then you could always choose another direction. And that's how I feel in this situation. Decision making is never ever easy. But what you have to do is, one, make a choice, commit to that choice, and then understand the circumstances. Sometimes there's going to be good things that happen from that decision. Sometimes it's going to be some bad things that happen. And the best part about it is that life does go on. Even tattoos are no longer permanent. You could have things removed. You could go to jail for 10, 15 years and come back out and change your entire life. You could break your leg and still end up being a top swimmer in the world. Things happen, right? So when it comes to decision making, it's all about just making a choice. Even if you have to throw both of them up into the air on a piece of paper and whichever one lands first, that's the choice that you choose. But just be mindful of the circumstances that come with the choice. I would suggest not to pursue both, specifically when it's like a business decision or when it's like a date or something. I would say not to pursue both because I have been caught in a trap of trying to do too many things at once, especially if it's something brand new and something that is young. When it's something brand new, you want to give your time and energy and attention to it. You don't want to be, oh, I'm one day this one day this one, because instead of giving 100% to one thing, you're going to be giving 50% to both. And because that thing is not as mature as it needs to be, you can't afford to only be giving 50% of your energy to that. So I fallen into the trap of thinking, okay, I'm going to launch like 3 businesses at the same time and I'm going to do great. No, you're not. So to answer your question, Jason, to kind of sum it up, I would say just write a pros and cons list. Is it more of the right time for one idea versus the other idea? Do you have more of the funds to afford one idea versus the other idea? Are you more flexible, right? Does one idea take up more of your mental space, more of your work hours? Figure out which one that you are able to pursue right now and then just choose that one. Nurture it, grow it, and then when that one gets to a certain point where it feels like it can handle itself, it could do on its own, or it doesn't need you as much, at that point transition out of it and then pursue the other one. But decision making is never easy. The 3 things I want you to take away from this is, 1, make a choice. Life is short. It's also long, but if you don't make choices, you'll be stuck in the same place in your life for a very, very long time. We don't want that to happen. So 1, make a choice. 2, be aware of the circumstances, both good circumstances and bad circumstances, because stuff happens. And 3, commit to that decision. I know it might feel, oh my gosh, it's so difficult the first week. Guess what? The first week to the first month is going to be the hardest part of any decision. You're going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel new. It's going to feel different. It's going to feel like, what the hell am I doing? But once you get past that uncomfortable time frame, it's going to feel like nothing. I moved out of state a couple weeks ago, and at first I was like, oh, I missed this, I missed that. And now I'm here. I'm comfortable. It feels normal. You just got to get into the groove of things. I hope that answers your question. I'm looking forward to getting more questions from you guys. So feel free to go to gsdwithgeorgie.com/contact me. On the contact page, you could submit your questions. There's a little button that says questions for Ask Gigi. And I look forward to answering more questions next week. And also, check out the Get Shit Done Summit. If you haven't got your tickets, information will be in the comments. Leave me a lot of thumbs ups. Thanks, guys. And remember to subscribe below.